All right, man. We're gonna give this a shot. Woo! Yeah. Hey, let's do this in a run in a window. Now we're doing video, which is cooler. It's great. Boy, yeah. Fuck borders. No one likes them. Yeah, we already lost. We lost one viewer. I hope whoever was here and left, this was their first time watching any Twitch stream of any kind. And they're like, fuck this. Oh, well now, okay, well now we're up to 9. Hello. Hello, we're playing the old Stanley Parable. Okay, I thought I was going to be all clever and use a controller, but it really wants me to use a keyboard and mouse. Guess who fucking planned ahead? Yeah, it's me. It's old Pitr. Old Petey Pants. Here we go. Adelaide Radio, get out of here. Olive oil. I'm a professional video game player. Alright. Cha-cha-cha-cha. We're gonna assume that the mouse controls are great. How is everybody? We got almost double-digit people. I'm honestly, at this point, I'm glad that there's no one here. We lost another viewer. All right, I'm gonna stop watching the viewer count. All right, so this is the Stanley Parable. I've never played this. I have actually, for years and years, deliberately tried as much as possible to find out as little as possible about this game. But the menu screen so far is definitely tripping me out to a degree that seems about right. So, I guess we're gonna begin the game, and yeah, weird audio issues that I still can't friggin' figure out. Why? I want the real game in the options. You're playing a fib on me right now. You're doing a real tricky trick. All right. I'm gonna trust you people in the chat to let me know if there's fucked up audio issues, and if there is, I literally don't know what I'll do. But it'd be nice to know if it's happening. So here we go. It's Pitr Straight and 8 people watching me play the Stanley Parable. That's the official theme song for this game, right? Here we go. And it's a loading screen. Woo!
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day, of every month, of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy. And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting.
I'm sure it's fine.
Hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Hey, Hey, yeah, I played Bastion. I know when it's time for me to move around. All right. So here we go. Playing the Stanley Parable. So far I can't do anything. Can I press those buttons? Oh. No. Okay. So far, Catherine is very quietly trying to get pots and pans out. She's doing fine. She's doing great. So far, only WASD and the mouse seem to do anything, so we're gonna go ahead and leave the room. Now Catherine's running the sync.
Catherine's done now.
I'm a professional video game player. Hey, 428. Hey. There's the
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Oh my god. What does that say? I want to zoom in. The mug said who farted, and I'm not going to pretend that I don't find that funny. I don't know what these memos say. Oh right, Cello, are you you have the game sickness, game motion sickness thing? Oh no, I'm so sorry. This is how it's gonna go, I guess. I like work. I just hate my boss. Ba-dum boom. I'm gonna guess that says smile, and I'm gonna pretend that it says bile. Because that's what Chelanot will feel churning in their gut as a result of watching this stream. Sorry, Chelanot! Okay, I really should just go to the meeting room, but I'm really into reading mugs right now. Wait, is that who farted? Is another who farted mug? Yeah! Yes! Okay, so that makes me think that the company provides who farted mugs, that it's like an official company. Oh, that makes me really happy. Alright. What? I don't think so. Whoa! I'm on top of the desk. What the frig? How did I control my upward anything? I don't think I knocked those over. Is this where I came from? I don't think so. Hey. Here we go, going to the meeting room.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Well, this is the pickle, isn't it? So on the one hand, I obviously want to go. I wanted, but I want to be contrarian. But I also know that the game wants me to be contrarian. I bet, because you do everything you told. You're Stanley, and like but now I can control myself. Boy, this is a moment where we're all finding out who I really am. Throw the chair. I don't know. I want to throw a chair. I can't do shit. I don't know what any buttons are other than the. Wait. Hold on. Okay. We're gonna press all the buttons that aren't WASD. Hey. Ho. Woo. Hey you. Yeah, I don't think I can do shit. Fuck it. I am who I am. I'm going through the right door.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Yeah, perhaps it did. Perhaps it did. Did you ever think of that? Shit. Voice. All right, it's 11:30. Ficuses. I hate ficuses, especially when I don't know what they are, really, which is always. It's a plant of some kind.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Interesting. This space is slightly recessed into the floor. Oh, a mug, a mug.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room.
Coffee nuts.
So utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
It's true. That's what I'm doing. Oh my god. This immediately reminds me of
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality.
It does.
It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Cool. So when we got Breath of the Wild in our apartment, my roommate Zach and I played.
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue, but when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
We both started playing like parallel campaigns in Breath of the Wild, and Zach mostly was like, "Let's follow the plot." What does that say? Fuel. I immediately, like, the second I got out of the game, I'm like, fuck the plot, let's go see what's around. And it drove Zach insane. And I'm discovering that I guess that's just what I do in every game.
At last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
I actually could have spent some more time in that room, I'm not gonna lie. I am not completely lost. I'm doing this totally on purpose. No.
Stanley
Whoa.
was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Yeah, they keep me around because I'm so cute.
Yeah.
Whoa. I don't think I'm lying. I was not intending to lie. I mean, I do think that I'm cute. Not a lie. I mean, people might disagree. It's subjective. I would disagree with them for disagreeing with me about me being cute. I don't know if Stanley's cute, but I'd like to imagine that he is. Let's imagine that Stanley's cute. I'm not lying! I am not. I am being very truthful that I would like to imagine that Stanley is cute. Okay. Let's see if I can die. You guys want to attempt death? Oh!
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks
Thank
you
you.
are very powerful.
Thank you. I am powerful. Loading screen. That's my reward. Okay.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. I'm a little disappointed that the narrator doesn't acknowledge that
Stanley
they used to be
a
dead.
set of two
Nope.
open doors. This was not the
Lol.
correct way to the meeting room,
LOL.
and Stanley
LOL.
well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the
Boy,
employee
oh boy.
lounge first,
How soon
just
until the
as
people that
pirate.
voted for me to play this game actively regret
Wow.
it?
Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
How many people in the chat have played this game before or have watched
Stanley
someone
was
play
so
the
bad
game?
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
So I can't go back. Like, they locked the door behind me. Do not jump from the cargo lift while it's motion will cause death. Penalty. I want to jump on the cargo lift, but I don't know if there's a jump button. It's so frustrating to play a game like this where I can't jump. What? You're right, Catherine. I never thought to try the spacebar, the button that is jump in like
Look,
every
Stanley,
video
I think
game.
perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing in your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
I do
someone
like
you've
that.
been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Alright, I'm intrigued, but I'll...
Stanley, your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Alright, well now I feel extra manipulated. To the point where I feel like the manipulation is... Oh, man. Well, I seem to be... only have the one choice here. So I'm gonna continue with my rails here. What's in these boxes? What's in the boxes? Fine. Fine. Bye, world. Okay. Oh!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this, to reach out to her.
Legitimately
If you
scared
can
the hell out of
truly
me.
place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Oh. Hey. Oh. Oh.
Oh, Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
No! Oh!
Gotcha.
You didn't get me!
Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
No, screw you.
Sorry, but you know my story now.
Oh, okay. All right, fine. We're full on set. Got you, baby. I got you.
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
No. No. Screw you. You don't get to say that I'm gonna die and then immediately tell me to do a thing. Television, that's off. Well. Interesting. Whenever I click my mouse, the game makes the sound of mouse clicking. Which... Ugh. Okay, I'm gonna be dead honest with y'all. If, I was playing this on my own, I would at this point, like, sit back and read a book or play a game on my phone and see how long it'll let me sit here. But, you know what? Let's give it a few minutes. Hello, 12. My wife is trolling me in the chat. This is the life I chose on purpose.
No, someone's trying to troll me. Kai knows too. Name with a C.
Oh, that's true. Hey, how's everybody doing tonight? Let's just take a minute and chat as friends. Hey, we're in double digits now. That's pretty cool, right? That's an exciting thing. No, the Allfather can suck it. Reaganomic. I don't trust your president. I don't trust Odin. Oh god, what a boring time for viewers to join this stream.
I don't trust Odin.
Odin sucks! He's the worst! Well, okay, Marvel Comics movie Odin is the worst. Actual, like, mythology Odin, pretty hardcore. Not, like, the most compassionate dude. But, like, he gave up his eyeball for knowledge. That's pretty dope. Colossus's ass? How satisfying... I'm assuming you mean the X-Man. And my first question is very obviously, like, is he in his bioorganic steel form or just like Pitr Jovovich or whatever his last name is? Because in his normal form, like, it looks like he's got a great butt. If he's in his steel form, I don't know if it'd be satisfying. It would be cool. It's probably all like, is it? Yeah, I'm sure they've covered this at some point, what his, like, skin temperature is when you touch him. I bet he's warm. I bet at some point there's been, like, a moment in the comic books where, like, oh, I thought you'd be cold, but you're warm. Or, you hear that, Chris Claremont? I'm coming for your fucking job. All right, well, fine, game. You've defeated me. Alright. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. His steel form, how dare you. Alright, here we go.
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
I don't like this guy. I don't like this guy. Why can't I go to the other room and fight? No. I'm just gonna fuck this couch. Press 3. Press 3. Fine.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
Yeah, alright. I
Now
fucking...
he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Get it. It's a commentary about video games.
And also the futility of modern existence.
Well, but everything's about the futility of modern existence. We fucking get it. We're all just gonna be worms, and in the meantime, we're just fourth dimensional pre-worms running around like we own this shit. Also, the shadow on this door keeps making me think that the door is open every time, even though I've been fooled by it like 6 times. Fuck!
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him. And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
What?
First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Where'd the television go? I don't want to spend time with the boys.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to 2 open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold. As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Alright. Captain, did you ask is it weird for me to play this without working in an office?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if that's why it's weird for me.
Press H to tell you a good story.
Yeah, but it's just gonna say more. Wait. No, but I tried to, no, it's nothing's doing. I'm pressing the fucking mode screen on this keyboard right now. And stop it. Wait. And click. Ugh.
It was such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head, he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
Would this have happened if I'd gone down the friggin' left door and did what I was told?
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets, the more he forgets which life is the real one.
Yeah,
And I'm
let's go to
trying
sleep.
to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Yeah, fucking fine. That's what I've been doing. 427 places. Right, yeah, this is me not pushing the... Wait, but you told me... Wait. So now if I push the button, I'm doing what I'm told. But if I don't push the button, I'm also doing what I'm told. Fuck you, game! I fucking took freshman philosophy. I don't need this shit from you.
Did you think we break these so quickly?
Yes.
Does that make it worse?
Who knows? Alright, who wants to ask me another question about the X-Men or butts? I'm sorry, those are the only two permissible topics. AMS. Ask me specifics.
AMAAXOB.
I got you. Supple or... Ugh. Okay, first of all, I don't care for the word supple. I don't... Why? Catherine is, like, finding the crinkliest things in our kitchen to futz with. Anacando or... Oh, no. Oh, I should have offered different topics. Alright, GLaDON'T, that's a good question, but now I'm committed to which X-Men butt is my favorite. Boy, oh boy. Which X-Men butt is my favorite? Probably Nightcrawler's, because it's got a tail coming out of it, and it's blue. And those are two things you don't see very often in butts. Plus, he's an acrobat, so he's in real good shape, so I guess his butt, I bet his butt's, it's great to... Alright, it's true. It's true. You could have asked about prostates. We all could have asked about prostates. Best X-Men TV/movie adaptation? Well, I'll tell you, I saw Logan. I was quite impressed with Logan, actually. I saw it like way after it came out, but I sure did like that Logan. I mean, I have a soft spot in my heart for X2, X-Men United, but I haven't actually seen that in a long time, and I'm very suspicious of any like, all right, fucking I'm pressing Z to be...
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself?
Wow,
how can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Do you see what I see? This game is some bullshit.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. Not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried...
Oh... No. Oh. Did I... Did I win the parable? I agree, Seashell. This is some bullshit. Alright, so if I recall correctly, once I chose the door on the right, there were no other... Oh, I could've... Okay, here's what we're gonna do. Speedrun!
His co-workers were gone.
Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yes, I did. I won the entire parable. Alright, here's what we're gonna do. And here we go into the meeting room, and we're gonna go right. Goddamn right! It's my goddamn parable.
The meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop.
We're gonna go to the
first, just
so
to admire it.
we're gonna go to the correct whatever.
Sublime.
But we're gonna go to the lounge first, just because I'm fucking defiant. I know what I'm looking for. But what we didn't do is, cause see here, now I went into the cargo dock. Now we're gonna go in here. This is different.
He detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I don't want to. This looks cool. Come on, man. I'm not gonna fucking not get on the platform with a single spotlight and a big red button. Achievement unlocked. You can't jump. Hey guys, I unlocked an achievement. I'm a MLG Pro. Woo!
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Alright. Well, is there another option? It does not appear to be. Wait. Okay, that's right. Not locking all them doors. Lock-a-dit-dit-dit-do. Here we go.
Oh, no, it's to the right. My mistake.
Oh, I see what we're doing. Playing a little.
No.
Having a little fun with me.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
This guy's a piece of shit.
Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
He's gonna put a line in this room.
Let's see, we went down, right, left, down, left, right.
Hey, real narrators don't need walkthroughs.
Yes, I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Interesting. This doesn't look like a trap at all. 360 no scope. Oh, this is very Portal right now. Oh. Oh.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay.
I'm getting spoiled.
Get back to, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
So, employee 104 has been fired. Everyone remember that. 104. Employee 104 has been fired. Look for 427. That would have been a smart, cool thing to do. But I didn't do that. Maybe it said that I was fired.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did it say that 427 was fired? That it did.
When Stanley...
Wait.
What?
Oh.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Well, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere, or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
Almost like you suck.
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Okay, I like this. I want to jump over these chairs. Alright, dear 13 viewers. We got doors. We got 5 doors. Enter your vote. 1 through 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5.
Reagan says fight.
Yes, I know that he says fight the ficus. I know, but I can't.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
Well, maybe you should have...
It's unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
No, wait! Votes don't matter. So, I said I wouldn't get into politics on this stream, but
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
I said it to myself.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Here we go. Here comes the meeting room.
Okay,
well,
it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Here we go. Going backwards. You guys see that 6 strafe? Uh-oh.
Someone spilled their fuel.
Someone else hates Mondays.
Oh, I forgot about Garfield.
How does Garfield ever know what day of the week it is?
You know why? It's really sweet, actually.
Oh, because John has to go back to work. I know. I don't buy it.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes. No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
What is this, fucking PT? You gonna fire Hideo Kojima at the end of this game?
What?
Now this, well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Real
Do you remember,
murder
Stanley?
vibe here.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yeah!
Congratulations! I
did it!
It's been a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all.
Too late, you already said it.
You didn't put in any actual work for that win.
Yes, I did.
Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations.
Doesn't matter, still won.
Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Fine, but I did win. We were all there for it. Alright. Alright. Felt like work. That's what I want people to say about my Twitch stream.
All right,
Feels like
I've
work.
got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Suck it. Esmadi!
No, I'm down. We're leaving it up to the line from now on.
Line. Can. S it. Hey, my bees. Elements. Yeah. You figure it out.
Yes?
No, I don't know. Hey, Catherine, it's your parable. You make your choices.
Alright, I'll take it.
Press 3 to K my bees. Alright, adventure line. What's it? That is not enough piles. Is that like windowed, zoomed in solitaire? That's not enough room for a full solitaire. Can I play solitaire within this game? Whoa, there's a letter in there. Got some alphanumeric shit going on here. Is this a clue? Am I playing Fez? Is this a puzzle? Is there a secret alphabet hidden inside these doors? Alright, I'm suspicious. 4B5, 4B4.
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
Alright.
Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me.
No,
Now we can both
you're
agree
boring.
that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct? Whoa. Hang on. That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize.
I would also like you to apologize.
You know what? I think what we need right now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Well, this is happening. Oh boy. Alright. Okay, here we go. It's all fucking happening. The numbers are counting down. We got 6. Whoop, now we're at 38. Never mind. I thought we were doing a thing, but apparently. Oh! Sorry, that was just me and my mouse. My mouse did a thing. Oh boy. Alright. We got a red light here. Annual reviews, monthly ledgers, office words, business nexus, matrix of profits, printer ink.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern.
No. You want me to follow the line, I'm gonna follow the line.
We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Now I do want to look at the fern. This game is really was shining a light on
Stanley, this
obnoxious
fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Well, there's no way that that's gonna come back to troll me later. No, sir. I actually kind of missed the music now. It's very weird. You take a screenshot of the fern. How about that? How about that? It's contrarians in the game.
Take a screenshot.
They could try, but it's very hard to help me. I'm very stubborn. Oh. And here we go.
No, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you.
No, 427's right there.
Been through,
I'm not fired.
Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
601 appears to be fired.
Stanley, I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us?
Yeah.
We're intelligent people, right?
Yeah,
Why
sure.
can't we make up our own story?
Great
Something
question.
exciting, daring, mysterious.
Yeah, let's seize the means of production.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
I got a question for you, is who farted? Why aren't we talking about who farted? Because that seems to be...
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
all butts on top of mountains.
No, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
Yeah.
No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
What's in this pool of white light? Are pools of white light allowed in our story? This line is drunk. Oh, Catherine, give me a beer.
Great idea.
I meant to have a beer with this. Thanks, line. See, the line's reminding me of. Oh, this doesn't look like it's out of the television hit TV show Lost at all.
A choice.
Okay.
We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going?
They really insisted on spelling your name with a C.
Yes, then by all
I love
accounts,
it.
the door on the right is the correct
In
one.
my username.
Don't stop.
Come, Stanley. Our destiny awaits.
I would like a beverage. You should go get a beverage.
Every time.
No, keep spelling it with a C. Okay. You've been playing the confusion ending for interesting. Catharice.
Yes.
Oh, hold up. What's this?
Whoa.
The confusion ending.
Whoa.
You're telling me that's what this is? It's all one giant ending? And we're supposed to restart the game what, eight times? That's really how all this goes? Determined?
Okay.
So now, according to the
So
schedule, I restart again.
Attempts to play this right is prevented.
Am I
Can't
just
do
supposed to
anything.
forget?
You can fall in the
What if I don't
line.
want to forget?
Identical
My mind goes
attempt to
blank
finish
simply
here.
because it's written here on
Find
this
bookstore, get bored, and leave.
thin wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide?
Cat heroin.
I get a say in all of this. Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Who's really in the?
Timer stopped. Does that mean? Did we do it? Did we break the cycle? Whatever it is that made this schedule. How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen? So, okay. I guess now we just wait. You know, I suppose in some way that this is a kind of story. Wouldn't you agree?
All
I'm
right.
not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now.
I'm gonna
We'll
fuck
find
this
out,
screen.
won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if
Nope. Oh boy. Is the narrator gonna have forgotten about the previous restarts? You know what? You know what, Reaganomic? I've been great.
all of his co-workers were gone, what could it mean?
I've been quite
Stanley
well.
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I think somebody might have... Yeah, I missed a memo. Yeah, I missed...
When Stanley came to a
like
set of
slow
two
dancing
open
in the
doors,
club.
he entered the door on his left.
Gotta be honest with you guys. I legitimately don't know if this is still the confusion ending or not. Is there a confusion ending? I don't think I can go left. I think I gotta commit to this route, man.
This was not the correct way to the
I
meeting
gotta
room.
I gotta
Stanley
commit.
knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge
Worst case
first,
scenario, we're
just
doing a
as
speed
admired.
run of the confusion ending. That's gonna be cool, right?
Standing now in this incredible room.
Apparently it's got an
Stanley
in-game
felt
timer.
first, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first. over
My
the
heart
door on
is
his left.
fucking stupid.
And
I mean,
he
I'm
detoured
gonna
through the
follow it,
maintenance
but
section,
it's a dumb-
walked straight ahead to the opposite door
Like-
and got back on track.
I do tell people to follow. That's also what I tell people whenever they ask if shoes are allowed in my apartment.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and
Is that
get
what you
even
prefer?
further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go
Oh.
from here.
Alright, well now he's gonna talk about, he's gonna open it. Oh, but I have to actually do the thing.
Oh no, it's
yeah,
to the right. My
and that's to
mistake.
the right. And
No,
up.
no, not the right.
And it's
Why
the van.
would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute?
What kind of X-Men things do you guys like?
Down, left, right. right?
This is a fun stream for fun people.
I've got it now. This story
We
is
can
absolutely,
chat
definitely this
chat
way.
about Radiohead, chat about going to the beach
No,
with
Radiohead. This isn't right
Radiohead.
at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Oh, I'm starting to think that I actually might have.
Back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish.
I think I might have actually
The whole story
started
is maybe
over.
unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this
Whoa.
time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
I don't know, Shinobi. Are all
of his coworkers
butts
were gone. What
the
could it
best
mean?
butt?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Catherine says no. No, but they're asking.
When Stanley... Wait.
They're asking. Does Mystique have? Because Mystique's a
I
shapeshifter.
definitely restarted the game over.
So Mystique can have
completely
any
fresh.
butt
Everything
ever.
should be...
Does that make hers the best butt?
Stanley, did you
I'm
change anything
personally.
when you were back in that room with all the
I
monitors?
think that one of the
Did
great
you
things
move
about
the
butts
story somewhere?
are what it tells you about an individual.
asking you.
So I think
I'm
if
the
you
one
have
who wrote
all
the story.
butts, then your butt's not really
Right here,
telling me
just a
anything about
minute ago.
you.
I know,
So I'm going to say
sure,
no.
it's here
I'm going to say
somewhere.
Mystique does not have the best butt because she has all butts. She might have the best
Come,
butt,
Stanley,
but that's not why.
let's find the story.
Okay, cool. So I now realize that me going here doesn't actually affect anything. So I'm gonna just run around. And actually, I'm going pretty far. Oh, interesting. Yeah, okay, so I think it's probably just gonna at some point. This isn't working
I'll
at
say
all.
it. This is the
Yes.
worst adventure
There
I've
we
ever
go.
been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we just...
I feel like if I'd made the right moves, I could have found a secret.
Progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this.
Well, I'm
Okay,
pretty
let's give it a
locked into the
shot, why
confusion
not?
ending at this point. I think I have to run the confusion ending.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Oh, I think I actually restarted. Although,
Stanley decided
like,
to go
this
to the
game has now
meeting room. Perhaps he
conditioned
was
me
thinking
so
of
effectively. Like, I totally could see this
Okay,
game, like,
it's worse.
forcing
I
you to
might be
do.
remembering this
Like, maybe
wrong.
you do the confusion
It's
ending
possible
8
the
times, then you
story's
unlock the
back
blah blah
where we
blah.
just came from.
That seems like the kind
Why
of
don't we
bullshit
get back
they
the
pull.
other direction and see if we missed anything.
Monica comes out.
Fuck. If characters from Doki Doki Literature Club started showing up in this game that was made like 10 years before Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm focusing on a lot of things. Well, I'm taking the same paths because, like, at this point, I feel like I'm locked into the confusion ending route. But I'm too stubborn to restart.
No, wait,
What?
Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other
Well, because there's
way
no more
and
branching
retrace
paths at
our
the moment.
steps.
Except for the first
Now
one.
this... Well, I'll be
Oh,
honest, I don't
well,
recognize this place at all.
Yeah, because I thought it was
Is this the
fucking
story?
trolling me.
I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building.
He's gonna talk for a minute. I'm gonna be right back.
Do you remember, Stanley?
Do you
Do you
remember?
know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
He did it! I did it
In
again!
a lot of hard work, and it really paid off.
That's
So,
3 wins!
Good job. Oh, no. No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay? I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is.
What?
I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Nothing's happening. It's just being a... That's right. I'm
All right,
undefeated.
I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the
The
Stanley
Stanley Parable Adventure Line.
Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Very fucking simple.
You see? The line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination?
Now we gotta listen to the
even if there's no
nonsense
story
philosophy
there?
again.
Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination?
Because I don't want to do
still a
that.
story?
I want to have a
Simply
good
by the
time
act
and
of
enjoy my
moving
jack.
forward, are we implying
Back
a
when
journey
we get
such
drunk
that
as
a
hell so we
destination
can
is
wake up in the
inevitably
morning with a
conjured
story to
into
tell?
being by the very manifestation of the nature
Beep,
of
beep.
life itself? Whoa. Hang on.
I
Hear
want
back
my
there?
talking a whole bunch of shit that I ain't trying to hear.
All that.
Get back, motherfucker, you don't know me like that.
Is a bit of
Here
music
we go. Yes! Music time! This is Lord with music, yes! This is the Stanley Parable. Stanley is running everywhere!
Music. Go back and look at that fern.
Now, last time I went and looked at the fern,
We're back at the
you
office.
just told me a bunch of...
No.
told me to remember it,
You do know
and someone
we're
told me to take a
looking for the Stanley
screenshot.
Parable, right?
I'm sick of being told what to do!
Is any of this ringing? Oh,
What?
no, not again. Like,
Too late.
how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
How's everybody doing with this weird ass stream we're doing? Alright! Confusion ending. Oh, this
You know,
Pacifico is not as good.
I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're
Yeah.
intelligent people, right?
Sure.
Why can't we make up our own story? Something exciting, daring, mysterious. Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Right. I knew that. Alright, so now we're doing the thing.
Yes, this is exciting.
I feel like I should
Just
apologize to everyone watching, but I feel like also that this is not my fault. I feel like the game did this to all of us.
Go wild.
I feel like we're all
Use your
mutual
imagination.
victims
Whatever
of
it
the
might be,
Stanley
Stanley,
Parable.
I'm ready for it. Oh no, not you again.
Oh yeah, and this is what
I'd
made
also
me
like
think
to
that I
veto
should
the line
get
from
myself a
having
beer.
any role in our awesome
Thanks,
new story.
drunk line.
No lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
But if I don't walk, then what are we gonna do? Live our lives? Not interested in that shit.
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision.
Shut
From
up.
here, the story is in our control. How important we must
Happens behind me under a blanket, just
In fact, I
cold
believe I need a
sniping
minute
me
to
with
think here. Just walk in
empty
circles.
mind blowers.
Okay, so I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the
How's-
counter-inverted reverse door.
How's everybody doing
from the
tonight?
right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory for logic. Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits. Oh, hold up. What's
Wow,
this?
I only saved a minute.
Confusion ending. You're telling me
I
what
guess
this is? It's all one giant ending?
interesting.
We're supposed to restart
Is
the game
there?
eight times?
I kind of wanted to go to this
Really
part.
how all this goes? It's all determined?
I wanted to go to a
So
bookstore.
now, according to the schedule,
then get
I
bored and
restart again.
leave.
Then what? Am I just supposed to forget?
Yeah, guys, this
Well,
is
what if I don't
PB.
want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really?
Speedrun,
I
baby.
don't want it to be. I don't want.
Oh,
the game
man.
to keep restarting.
Guys, let's,
I don't want to forget what's going on. I don't want to be.
Who wants to
trapped
teach
like
me
this.
how to use
I
split
won't restart
timers?
The game. I won't do it. I won't.
I
do
clearly
it.
don't
I
even know
won't
how to
do it.
work the audio settings.
And the timer stopped. Does that mean
This is legit spooky.
did we break the cycle? The whatever it is that made this schedule?
All right, so if I recall correctly,
No.
the last choice that I made
Well, something happened.
was going down the elevator thing. So we just won't do the elevator.
I guess
We're gonna
now
go.
just wait.
We're gonna go
No,
right.
I suppose in
then
some way
left,
that this is
then
a kind of
straight.
story. Wouldn't you agree? I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the journey, though they're always saying that life is about the journey and not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime...
There we go. You take the left door. I'm not going to take the left door until I've exhausted all their options.
All of his co-workers were gone. What
All
could
right.
it mean?
Cool. So here we are. We're playing the Stanley Parable. It's all happening. Oops. Shit. I should just restart now. My world record time is terrible now.
When
It's
Stanley
never
came
gonna
to a
work.
set of two open
Yeah, let's just do it a third time.
And Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Let's just do it
Perhaps
8
he wanted to
times.
stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Burp. Burp. Here's the lounge.
Stanley felt lightheaded.
My lounge. I've already read all your coffee cups.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, it's fine. We're gonna. It's yeah. My problem is people tell me to go left.
Walked straight ahead to the opposite door and got back on track.
Okay, here we go.
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Whoa.
Feeling a wave of disbelief,
No, let me
Stanley
out.
decided to
Let me
go
out.
up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Marketing Mondays, termination Tuesdays. We're broke Wednesdays. Pranking floor 5 meeting. What to do at 4:32? Don't tell 4:32 about the meeting. Boss's inspection, legal, office officials. Funny. Financial panic meeting. 8bird. 8bird. All right, so Tuesday at the end of the day is 8bird apparently. Cabal planning. R.I.P. Franz. Or Franz. Which are funny. Graphs. Not cost efficient. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Poor Chris. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Okay, so the last time I saw a whiteboard with all the question marks, there was shit blurred out on it too. But at that point, like, shit was weird, so I didn't think what? Please keep the targets on the topic of, and then something's blurred out. Complete today's unfinished agenda is right next day's agenda. Reflect. Employees. Ah, Jim! Jim gets a fucking name? That's pretty rich. Rich doesn't even get a name, but I'm sorry. It's not my best work. Guys, what if that is my best work? What if that's as good as I get? What if that was my best joke? This game has really undermined my self-confidence. What does that mug say? What does it say? What does the mug say? No, it doesn't say who farted. It's a something, a cup. What does this one say? It's not, it doesn't say dick in a cup. Pretty sure. I hate Mondays. No, it's too small. No, Trevor, go more butts. Oh, interesting. Rate at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Oh. Rate of increase in graphs per slide. Sure. Oh, uh-oh. Oh. Oh boy. Synergize, monetize, free to play. Uh-oh. Oh dear. Oh no. That is true. It does take 2 people to start a fight, and I am both of them. I've always known that about myself. What is hot? Stripes. Are we all enjoying this stream of Pitr reading whiteboards? The stock market is somewhere here. I'm gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie. This is a delightful. This is what I'm into. I'm the guy that freeze frames the good place to read all the things. Renaming of the ideas bin. Fixing firing of me. That ended in a bad place for that person. Oh, hey Trila, you missed a whole bunch of stuff. But say, hey, no, it's fine. I figured out how to archive my videos and put them on YouTube. So what's going on YouTube? We're going to have to live with this on the internet forever. I think that's a stupid idea. More water cooler heaters. I think I just saw a ghost at the corner of my eye.
In our house?
Yes. I might also just have a cataract. No, man, it was like an eye level. Also, there's one... Man, you don't know shit about the paranormal. Alright, here we go. Broom closet. Hey, let's get Charles out of the broom closet. Or whatever his name is. Ugh!
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I think we all saw this coming. Down we go. Whoops, whoops, whoops. Mouse is going crazy. Alright, got a firehouse.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley.
Maybe he is crazy.
He thought to himself, maybe I am crazy.
Yeah.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Guys, I'm pretty sure that's another Who Farted mug.
He began to make other strange observations. For example, why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down?
Oh, fuck.
Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Shit.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that it had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life.
It's interesting. They had the thing about how I was noticing that the rooms were repeating, but I spent too much time reading the Who Farted mug, but I hadn't actually made the... Okay, this is actually making me pretty...
soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
What if I'm dead?
Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
It's a solid cue.
Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
We're all eating our own butts here.
Describing
it's real auto butt eating.
How it's describing my thoughts.
Auto analingus.
And while he thought it all
Sorry about that.
And wondered if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
Shinobi, you'll never know who farted.
That he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up.
All right, here we go.
He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of a world outside this world.
Oh my God, this is reminding me how good it's gonna feel to go to sleep tonight.
He thought to himself, I'm through with this dream.
Oh shit.
I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please, it's all I want. I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh boy. Nope.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Catherine, go get the dog.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Dog?
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work.
Whoa.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind. I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
This is fine. It's fine. It's fine. See? Fine. Alright. Well, I'm 4-0. Let's,
Someone
Woo!
was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now,
Wait.
he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Wait. Oh. We have not restarted. This is still, it's still happening. I'm still... Where your eyes don't go, a part of you is hovering. It's a nightmare that you'll never be discovering. Free to come and go. Talk like Curtis Blow, but there's a pair of eyes back of your head.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Maybe I did restart, and that's just, maybe that part is different. Going right!
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
When I get to the
Perhaps he
stairs,
wanted to
I'll go
stop by
up
the
like I'm
employee
supposed
lounge
to.
first, just to admire it.
Employee
The
lounge.
lounge was grand, majestic, perhaps, but eager to get back to
Yeah,
business.
we all heard that thing where he said
Stanley
there's someone
took the
behind
first
me,
open
right?
door
Like
on
we're all on
So
board
he
with that
detailed
happening.
The maintenance section, walked
Hey,
straight ahead to
you
the
fucking
exit
trolling me right
door
now?
and got back on track.
I'm sorry, I hate you so much. Yeah, alright. Alright, uncool,
There was
uncool.
not a single person there either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office,
Guys are jerks.
hoping he might find
All
an answer
jerks.
there.
You can go back and check the YouTube and it's not there either.
Oh my god.
Staircase,
Alright.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Upstairs. See, I can follow the narrator path. Whoa. This is some Sleep No More shit. Yeah, I'm not even streaming. I don't even own a laptop.
Whose house is this?
Whose blood is this? Alright. I've been playing Dragon Quest in my free time, and it's really infuriating me that I can't check these cabinets. Oh no, I know this. Pitr is you. And wall is stop. And, Lava is melt. You guys should watch the GDQ Hotfix Mystery Tournament Top 8 Day 2. How's that for a series of words in language? But they play this incredible... Actually, I think it's in Day 1. I think it's in the finals of this blind speedrun tournament. They play this incredible puzzle game called... Shit. Catherine, look up Mystery Tournament. It's called like Bobo Is You. It's not Bobo. It's like... Bora. Oh, you watched it? Yeah. So it's on YouTube. I didn't see it when it streamed, but like, you know, they put the 5-hour video up of Day 1, and like it took me about a week to watch it, but I was super into it. Blind speed races are crazy.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Okay, maybe there actually is a separate... Maybe I play the piano, and then it unlocks a secret path, lets me get the 8th red coin, gives me the star.
His thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Okay, I'm glad you said it, because I actually legitimately did forget for a second. I was kind of joking around, but then I actually forgot.
2845.
Alright, fine. Catherine, are you finding the name?
It's not.
Just
Mystery
like...
Tournament is you, Baba is you is not working.
Just...
Baba.
Baba is you? Is that what it is?
Forgotten, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself.
Wait, really?
And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Whoop-de-doo.
That's really wonderful. Oh, fucking Myst. Alright, who in this chat has ever completed the game of Myst? AKA, who in this chat is a liar?
Or...
No, not even that. I just don't believe at all that anyone can beat Myst. Because the alternative would be to admit that I'm stupid. I'm not ready to go down that road. Darkness. Okay. Okay. Oh, this is where I came from. That's where I came from. And then darkness. Okay, this time I actually have to go down the elevator. Yeah, I just legitimately don't think that Myst... I don't know what Zork is. What's Zork?
Descending
Zork
deeper
is.
into the building, Stanley realized he felt
Tell me what
peculiar.
Zork is.
It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
Well, that's promising. Oh, well, alright, that elevator was a one-time use,
Stanley
disposable.
walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Okay. Alright, I'm legitimately torn. I think for the first time, I'm not going to defy the narrator when given the option. I think I am genuinely intrigued by the mind control facility, which just makes me feel like I'm being mind controlled, but... Oh, so now you want me to go right. Make up your mind, Kaineus. A lot of vowels, man. A lot of vowels. Zork west of house. It is not an informative answer. Look at that hallway, it's so long. Don't you want to... Guys, what do I do? There are 11 people in here. I expect at least 3 of you to offer your opinion. Quit talking about Zork and tell me what to do. Control my mind. Is 1 escape? Yes, but right is win. And flag is Baba. And Stanley is you. Alright, Reaganomics is just saying numbers now. West. Fine. Alright, we're going to mind control. I think this is actually part of what is in the trailer. I knew that. I'm officially spooked. Feeling pretty spooked. Feeling real spoopy.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold?
There's the catwalk.
To himself.
Where I was at before.
To find out.
Yeah. That's where I used to be. Oh, hey, there's another catwalk. Let's control some minds, y'all. There's a button. Turn on the cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the
What's up with employee 104?
The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Okay, well, 427 is like over here somewhere. So it's a camera, not like a live. Otherwise, it would be moving, and it would look. 427 is. Oh, hey, there's me. Is he gonna come back? Back. Yeah, okay, so that's my office, which is empty. I guess I should go down this catwalk. Oh, Trila, I'm sorry. I mean, the magic is going to be stupid the whole time, and it'll be just as stupid watched on the YouTube. Why just 97? I guess they're all slightly or a lot more slightly offset. Elevator.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
And here we go.
No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it.
No.
His own life in someone else's control?
What? No.
Never.
No.
It was unthinkable.
Yeah.
Wasn't it? Was it even possible?
Sure.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
Possibly. Whoops. Oh.
But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Okay. Sure. Whoa. There's Catherine off mic blowing your mind. Okay, we got some numbers. Whoa. See, Kaineus has the decency to blow our minds in chat where everyone can experience it. All 13 of us.
Whoa. That's... Okay. I don't know what that symbol actually is supposed to be. That, like, the one in the green button. But that shows up in Isaac a lot. I think that's like a satanic symbol, maybe? Or a biblical... Someone Google image that for me. Just type in that symbol into Google. Type, dick with 2 chopsticks on top of shaft.
I'm sure that will definitely turn up what we're looking for and nothing else. Well, I guess I should go interact with those numbers. Right? That's 5. Oh, facility power. Mind controls idle, awaiting input. Let's try pushing numbers. God damn it! Brimstone. Sulfur. Fucking Fern can suck it. Yeah. Well, Brimstone is the item that has that symbol. Where does that symbol come from, though? You've pressed 1 and 2. Whoops. The Leviathan Cross. Is that what that is? The Leviathan Cross? Number 3 and 4. In alchemy, Leviathan's Cross is similar to sulfur, which is one of the 3 essential elements of nature. Interesting. That's weird. That's actually the second time today that alchemy has come up. Which I feel like always said something about my life. Alright, here we go.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Well, in Isaac, there's actually a couple ways to get Brimstone as an item. But yeah, the most common way is to make a deal with Satan. Okay. You know what? No. That was dramatic. Is that turn the game off? I might just see credits. Are they gonna show me? Wait.
Blackness.
I'm moving.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
I can see.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine.
Shit.
Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Okay. I'm fully aware of how obnoxious what I'm about to say is. But it just told me that I'm not going to be told what to do. And then it said I stepped out, and so I'm not going to... This is some Wile E. Coyote shit. I bet this is a goddamn video screen. It's very Cloverfield. It's also a very end of Portal. Have you seen Cloverfield Paradox? I hear people hate it. But I often like things that people hate. So... Man, I don't trust this, but there's nothing else to do. I don't like this. I don't like this at all. And bonk.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was
literally
exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Because I'm not Stanley. So Stanley is free because my mouse does nothing. I'm no longer controlling Stanley. Stanley is on his own now. Except I achieved an achievement called Beat the Game. Feels less satisfying than the other times I won. That was very pretty, though. That was unexpectedly charming. Well, now I'm just feeling thoughtful, which I suppose is what is supposed to happen. But it's definitely at odds with my, like, let's entertain the dozen people on a stretch. Yeah, I also want to see what happens if you turn mind control on. Thank you, Cello, for empowering me. You've snapped me out of my reverie.
Wherever they were.
Here we go.
Just a matter of time.
Speedrun. Already fucked up. Fucked up real bad. Oh, is that a thing? If you just, like, sit in the room forever, does something happen?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I'll never go left. Never.
And here it was.
Never go left, Jack.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
I love that employee lounge.
Not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer.
No, I went right. I went right like forever ago.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
One up. And we're in the boss's office, and we're here. And this time I'll save time.
Manager's office. Stanley was once again
2548 2845
What could it mean? Stanley wondered. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly as possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
Ooh. Alright, I like this. Wait, but is this gonna stop me from... Oh, god damn it.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
I'm glad that was blissfully short. Is you keeping track of my splits right now? Oh no. Everything's fine. Definitely didn't almost spill my beer. Funny on the stream. Here we go. Thought Catherine was asleep, but she is not.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read,
God damn it, I love you, Escape. I'll come back for you. Remember me. Remember me. And we hit the button for the lights.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible
The lights came up on a dialogue locked cutscene. Oh, nice. Good. I don't have to listen to that whole thing before moving on. Although maybe it'll make me now listen to more New Age music.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Oh, right,
Their true
okay.
nature revealed.
Monitors.
Each bore the number of an employee in the building. Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place.
I don't know about you guys, this is my favorite way to spend a Tuesday afternoon with 11 strangers.
This mind control facility.
His head was blocking that awesome projector the whole time? Wait, what did you just... What's happening? What did it... What are you noticing? What did I not notice? I didn't notice a thing.
That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly.
Here we go.
He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life.
Well, you know, none of us are really strangers. Because, like, we're all...
Was it even possible?
Beautiful cosmic stars.
Spent his entire life utterly
Oh, my actual head. Yeah, that projector's fucking dope. That was in there when we moved in. It's like, technically it can apparently project in 3D, although we've never tested that. But yeah, there's also like a surround sound system that was here when we moved in. Like, the media setup in this apartment was fucking lit from day one.
Began to sink in. Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over.
Drumming man, do I know you? Who do I know that drums?
Dismantled the controls once and for all.
Right, here we go.
Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you?
Sure
After
did.
they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that
Yep.
what you wanted?
Yes.
Control?
Yes.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex.
That's fine, I can get out in time.
Detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes. Ah, now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley?
Yeah.
It's your time to shine. You are the
is
star.
great.
It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that? You'd like to know where your co-workers are? A moment of solace before you're obliterated? All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
I'm gonna live.
I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the
shit.
cloud,
Fuck.
swallowing everyone inside, or
Damn
I let
it.
it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing.
Fuck.
Watching you try to make sense of
Shit.
everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next
Damn it.
go-around
Damn it.
will be even better.
Damn it.
My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock, why not?
Yeah, do that.
These are
What
precious
the
additional
fuck,
seconds,
man?
Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees. Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off?
I did assume that.
Running from button to button, screen to screen.
Oh, hey, I found
checking on
3.
every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons. No, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is? Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment. But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless.
Boy, oh boy, y'all.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing.
Boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever.
Nope, here we go. I blew up. I got blown up all the way by a bomb. Well, that was depressing. Didn't care for that. Alright, folks, we're gonna do one more.
Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps, and a painting. Was it a painting or a photo? He could no longer recall.
Okay, so I guess sometimes when it restarts, there's like a special little thing that they say right at the beginning.
When Stanley came to a set
going
of
right.
two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
I'm
and
committed,
Stanley
man.
knew it perfectly
Just
well.
completely, I have
Perhaps he
to.
wanted to stop by the employee
Can't help
lounge
myself.
first, just to admire it. It was okay.
I feel like that was new.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office. Hoping coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Should I listen to the new age music or punch in the
you all know
code?
the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway.
Oh my god!
Full surprise.
That's really funny. Holy shit. You know what? I like that. I appreciate you, game. Good work. Quelle surprise indeed.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
We're
Mind
escaping.
Control Facility. Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Great. Sounds fantastic to me.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
Yeah. But back on track, you're gonna blow me up with a nuclear device.
Stanley was
so.
making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Sure am. Let's die. Let's die! Did I die? Oh! Didn't die. Somehow.
As
Stanley-
the machine whirred into motion, and
Stanley yet
inched
lives.
Closer and closer to his demise.
Oh, wait.
He reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
Wait.
Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plugging the eyeballs from a blind man. So he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
What is the purpose of this machine?
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
What the oh, what is happening? Narrator. Plot twist indeed. The Stanley parable.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
Oh.
When every
boy.
path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same.
That's true.
Do you see now? Do you
Yes.
see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
Yeah. Button sounds. Selection of sounds used to have a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Well, Aftertune is a very complicated. The rest of the game is an extension of the contradictions from post. Whoa, that's oh, the blueprint shows the office in the beginning of the game, path and choose. Section of the thread developed poor layout. Oh man, nature paintings. Boy, this is twisting up my brain nuts into a little brain trail mix, braille mix. Oh yeah, it's the credits. Yeah, but who's the other narrator? Right? Right? There's two narrators now. There's a narrator and the narrator's narrator. Jesus Higueras. This is, oh, this is really old trippity trip. Oh boy. This is... I feel some kind of way about this. I can hear voices. Is this the true win? I am licking balls right now. Whoa! Oh no. I don't want any of that. No, I don't. Wait, is this where I came in though? No. This is tripping my tits off right now. Huh. Interesting. And that's just a bright window. Oh, there's like a lot of... This is a lot of, like, zending. Strategy cut and merge. What the hell? The zending with your many iterations. Game is now paused. Weird. Sorry, I know I'm not saying anything right now. It's just, this is a lot to take in. Yeah, I remember that trailer. I don't know why it's... Oh.
Let's watch the trailer together. This is... Whoa. There's no audio for this, I guess? So this is just like literally like a making of for the Stanley Parable, which is kind of a crazy thing to have in the game. Here's not picking up the phone. That, okay. The cargo lift. Yeah, the cargo lift was a pretty good cargo lift. Yeah, I'm glad that I died immediately. Whoa. Dissipate, lounge, maintenance, vent, staircase. One option. The other entrance be hidden depending on how you entered. Fusion entrance. Their ending. Fusion ending. Okay, yeah, I get... Okay. First choice, obey, disobey. So I guess it doesn't really matter what I did. Although only one of them would allow me to get to the confusion ending. Well, I'm definitely fucking confused now. I'll tell you that much for sure. For sure. Whoa. The Stanley Parable issue is to Can you check for me? Larger words. Whoa. Action given becomes sentient would wage war against the narrator. Huh. Interesting. This is very bizarre. Like I'm into it. Okay, so museum. Sure. Let's there was a thing that I didn't want to go into because it looked too ominous. Let's go to the ominous thing. Narration outtakes. Oh, cool. But I can't hear them. I guess they're just very quiet.
Now look closely, Stanley. See how it's impossible for the player to do anything in this room. Example of poor level design, textbook mistake. It's the kind of thing you pick up on intuitively if you have even the most fundamental understanding of good and bad things. Sure. But of course, you being actor, you'll probably spend the next hour trying to solve it. Here, I'm just going to make this easier.
Okay. That's something. Boy, guys, thanks for being on this journey with me, through which I am sufficiently wigged the fuck out. Alright, where was the other ominous looking thing? Is it this? Nope, that's where I just was. Man, the layout of this museum is not easy for me to keep track of. I personally am having a hard time with it. The trailer. Where was the big monitor that said the Stanley Parable? Alright, so that's you. Was fun. We're not done until I fucking say we're done. Where's the thing, man? Oh, no, I'm just failing to... Have I been up here? I've not been up here. Okay, this is a lot of 427s. Fine. Yeah, I'm actually very good at avoiding spoilers. I've spent a lot of my... Oh, yeah, exit. Okay, let's,
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
I mean, yes, it's...
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another? No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
This is some Undertale shit.
Choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time...
I let time choose for me. Well, I think that might be the end of our stream for the night. Is what it seems like a fairly definitive ending. I'm sorry that it got very like quiet and not talky at the end. I became very engaged by that. Catherine's still awake, which is a shock. All right. Well, I'm probably going to play this a little bit more in my off time. And I'll report back on what I think, I suppose. It was very good to have you along from the ride. Yeah. I'll put this up on YouTube, because why the fuck not? And yeah, I hope you guys come back and join me for the next time I do this. It probably won't be the Stanley Parable again, and probably won't be Isaac either. Yeah, Dark Souls and Cuphead, there is still a number of people that wanted me to try those. I'll probably put up another poll. I'll pick some games, maybe not all new games for me, but just I'll ask people what they want to see me play. And yeah, tell your friends. But I'm very happy to have all 12 of you here. So have a great night. I'm gonna go ponder free will, I suppose. I have no idea how to stream multi. Well, I guess I would stream it like I stream anything else. I'm gonna be honest, man. Oh, do I have to accept them? You can't just friend it and it just happens? I don't know shit about I don't know anything about multiplayer. I'm so, like, stupid about multiplayer stuff. I am gonna go accept your Steam friend requests right now. Yeah, let's get above 12. All right, thanks for joining me for the Pitr Parable. Have a wonderful night, and